Hello and welcome back to Astroblur. This is timeless pick a card reading what the message universe has got for you. What do you need to hear right now? To find out, pick an option. Here is an option 1, option 2 and option 3. If you need more time, then pause the video, make a choice and fast forward to your timestamp. See you there. Hello, option number 1. Welcome to your reading. What an important message universe wants to tell you. So let's find out. So the first thing that I'm seeing here is that, and I need to tell you straight away, is that you are safe. Okay, so everything is working out just fine. It's a perfect plan at the moment for you to be in this position where everything is sleeping, right? Time for a nap. So the world is going to sleep, going for a nap, and or environment around you, it feels a bit more slower, and it is a perfect environment for you to go back into something. Maybe you started a project, maybe there was something that you started maybe in the past, and maybe it didn't go the way you wanted to. This is a perfect time to go back to the situation, go back to this project, or go back and finish it. And I feel that universe is trying to tell you that everything how it has what has happened right now is this perfect foundation for you to go and do it and finish it and have a victory. So there is a guaranteed victory for you of going back, finish something and get the sweet results of it. So it can apply in a couple of different ways. So maybe for some of you it can mean that this is something that you really love to do, right? So considering what is happening right now in the world, even though it's timeless reading, we will all have this part right now as a history. It will go down in history. Everybody will be talking about it for quite some time. And it could be that because of a lot of fear that has been projected, and that maybe has stopped you to play, have a good time, or do things that you truly love. And in some ways, maybe you kind of got carried away with the world and the popularity of the news, or popularity of whatever is coming up. And with the tree, it makes me to think that sometimes, we have different types of, people, right? We have people who are very strongly rooted. So it doesn't matter what will happen in the world, they will still be in this rooted position. The tree will still stay there, even if the wind will blow, if somebody will run past them, if the wave of water will come, whatever happens, this tree will remain in this place, and it will continue to be stronger and stronger as the time goes by. Nothing can change it. And then there is the trees that, I guess, if a little bit something will happen, it will just be blown away and it will just go with the current. And then it thinks that, well, that's it, this is what I need to do right now. But then the next wave comes. So the unstable, there is a lot of instability. That's what I'm trying to say. So I guess here I'm saying that the message is for you that this is like a wake-up call, right? It's a wake-up call to concentrate on your personal situations, what is important to you, and going back to those moments maybe that have been lost because of the environment around you. This is for some of you, not for everybody. For some, this just means that this could be actually a love situation. So for some of you, you could be returning back to a love situation that has triggered a lot of fears in you, and something that you've been really afraid of, and maybe there's been obsessive qualities also about it. But I feel that if you were before in that love situation, then before you were just like that tree that could not put its roots down, and you were not able to be secure either with that person, in that how you maybe felt. It was a bit, going with the flow rather than rooted and grounded. And I feel that if you will go there now, after this time has passed, and universe is telling you that you have the victory, that you are now more solid, more grounded, and you can handle it. And as you will go back there, and maybe you truly love this person could truly love you, but maybe there was some obsessive stuff going on in there, or some work. Maybe it was a soul contract for you to go through some sort of a shadow work, and now as you would go back into this, you are more solid now, because it is a lot returning back. But also the message here for you is that everything right now is happening for you. So just understand and realize that whatever happening in the world or in your surrounding, it is to benefit you. It is just asking for your attention. Look over here. Look, this is what you need to look at right now, what you need to concentrate, and then it will guide you towards something else. So just be open to what universe is asking you to do at this time. Just do little by little. And I feel that for some of you, it also could be something to do with the home. So maybe some of you, this time out is returning back and doing something in home environment, something that you maybe started or you had an idea before, but you never kind of forgot to do it because maybe you just got carried away with other responsibilities or other situations that were maybe not making you 100% happy. Because we do have here Queen of Swords reversed, and so this is putting down your guard now and going with love and going with this. It is such a pure. It's like a cleaning up moment as well, what I'm sensing here. But universe is really, really nudging you towards making an action, and be fearless, be bold, make a move. You have a victory coming in this. Don't be afraid. Also, I feel for some of you, this is an important going back situation, which means that whatever that going back for you is, you will know what that is for you, right? It's either love, it's either maybe something that you truly love to do, maybe it's a project, maybe it's some decoration, maybe you actually do gardening, maybe it's something that you know that you have to go back to, or you want to, or you've been kind of guided to. Then know that this could be the key for your next chapter in your life. Maybe this is the contract for you, so which means that you will not able to progress to the next level in your life until you finish this contract. And that contract could be just as simple as dealing with your garden. Everybody has a different contract, so they can be little, medium, big, the different type of contracts. But I'm definitely seeing you needing to return to something and to be bold and going after it and making that that move there, and you have a lot of victory coming in. But I think that maybe something in the past has made you a bit bitter about it, or maybe just not very trusting. Maybe you failed in the past with this project or this person, or whatever this thing is that you need to return. And now it is just asking you to just go back, try again, because this time you will have the victory. Perhaps the contract was about failing before you would succeed, that it had to go in this order, that the contract would not allow you to win from the first time. You had to fail maybe one, maybe a few times, but this time is the one where you're gonna win. And I'm seeing that also it is saying to you to lighten up a little bit and perhaps have a little bit more loving, playful energy with you, and maybe not so serious, because once again, Queen of Swords reversed, she's been bitten so many times, and how much poison can you take before you start feel like you're turning into one as well. Well, I think that this time right now is the perfect, especially with the Scorpio cards, it is a cleaning away those toxins and releasing all of that, and taking the break and finding this love, finding this happiness, childhood like innocence in doing something, or with the person. And just not making those decisions, just going for it and seeing what will happen. because you can overcome any obstacle. That's what it is saying to you. You can do it, and you have an absolute victory here coming for you. And this is the wake-up call for you. So maybe that world is going to sleep right now is the perfect wake-up call for you to concentrate on what you truly love, what truly is making you happy. And everything is just like this perfect soil, right, for these little plants to start growing, because without those perfect conditions it can't grow. So right now is the time. So this is the message that universe has got for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If it did resonate, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye. Hello, option number 2. Welcome to your reading. So what message, important message, universe has got for you? So let's find out. So the first thing that I see and I would like to say is that you have been suffering a lot, especially when it comes down to the relationships. You've been having a lot of tough time, and I can see that there's been a lot of explosive emotions perhaps, and volatility and negativity, and it was very hard for you to connect or to even find people who were either not triggering you or who you were not triggering them, and maybe they were just in and out and you were not able to find commitment. Maybe you were looking at other people and thinking why other people were able to create the relationships but you were not able to. And so the message for you is that you're coming to an end to this now. It was a cycle and it's coming to an end. You are approaching this end. This tough cycle is completing now, and you are going somewhere else. You're going with the rainbows. You're going with beautiful. You're going to a beautiful place now. You are transitioning. You were going through that big transformation in your life, and you were not able to find anything at that time to solidify because you were in a transition. It's just like this caterpillar to butterfly. When it's going through this transformation, this is not the time where it can go and settle down with somebody, because it's going away, changing from caterpillar, but it's not fully butterfly yet. So it's just this weird in between time, just like teenagers. When we as teenagers, we feel a bit awkward. At least I remember when I was a teenager, I felt very awkward because you're not a child anymore, but you're not a grown-up either. You're just this in-betweener, and I feel that this is what it was happening for you and your relationships. Please remember, relationships can be romantic, it can be your friendships, it can be your family members, it can be other people in your work, it can be any relationship, so you will know where it applies for you the best. So just like here, this in between the worlds, I feel like you were just like a wave going in and out from the past into the future. So you were glimpses of future. You were seeing where you wanted to go, how you wanted your relationships to be, and then it was dragging you back into this underworld, right, where you were before, or how things were, this volatility, maybe something toxic. And so you were going in and out, and you were not maybe able to stabilize, where you're staying. Well, you're not meant to stay in the negative part. You're not meant to stay in the past. You're meant to go into the future, into this rainbow world, into this beautiful, more heightened vibration place. So that's where you're meant to go, and that's where you're going. This is where you're going to be having the caring connections. This is where you will have the love. This is where it will be fair situations, you see, win-win outcome. So it is going to be beautiful, full of compassion, full of love, and just lots of caring and very beautiful energy, nurturing energy. So I see that this is where you're going into, right? And so I guess the universe is wanting you to know that you have been manifesting this, and perhaps it has taken quite sweet time, because with the Capricorn there is never nothing fast and it's not quick. But what is the beauty that has happened within this transition is that I feel that you are releasing people, or even attracting people. You know, when we say sometimes, you know, I just been attracting certain type of people. Well, that's what you're releasing, attracting certain type of people who would bring volatility in your life, who would not commit, who would just be not fair to you. All of that, that's what you're releasing, I'm seeing here. And you're transitioning into the place where the solid foundation is going to be laid down, and where everything is going to be just like you want it to be. So you will have this lucky situation unfolding in front of you. But I feel like until now, or until this fully will bloom, this flower, you've been uncertain, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of not knowing, and very deep emotions, and a lot of maybe fluctuating emotions about this connection with people. Maybe one moment you feel like I want to have a relationship, the other moment, well, I don't think I do, and that's what it's been. But also it is saying to you that pay attention what you focused on, because whatever you focus is that's what you feed with your energy. So whatever you think about also feeds it with your energy, and it becomes bigger and stronger. So if we more, and I think that's what you also been going in and out. A moment you think about the past, maybe a moment you think about the future, and it's just been a bit wobbly. But I'm seeing that as it's saying to you to concentrate on the good things, right, on the positive things, because you are manifesting this to come into you, because your vibration is higher now. So now you were going through this transformation, and so now your vibration is much of a higher frequency. And I see that it was a hard work for you, and I see that universe wanting to give you I will not say a break, but it is almost like a break, but at the same time it wanting to give you a reward. And it's only asking you just to look at it from a bigger perspective, from a bigger picture, and just to understand why this has happened for you. It happened for you. It was a blessing, and that you just going to see the big beautiful rewards of it, and how necessary this transformation was for you. And it's all about leveling up. And I'm seeing here very strongly that you definitely have leveled yourself up. And I feel like you did not really have a time for rest. You didn't have a moment to sit down and transform, right? You had to constantly go through the obstacles and move, and just like it says, think on your feet. It was just constant challenge, and it was uncomfortable. But I feel like you have made it. You have made this now to this other side. And it's also asking you to just have a little reflection about how far you have come, how far you've managed to come with this, and change, how much you have changed. What is this before and after? Because it will be very dramatic change. You will see it, because when you get to the other side, you get into your future, right? You get into this positive the transformation that you had go through when you have released a lot of people and situations, and what you attract to your life, because you're not focused on that anymore. You will go back and reflect on it, and then you see, oh wow, it's such a contrast. I see it now. I see that what I manifest is so much to do what I focus on. And especially when it comes down to when we look back into the past, because we feed the past. Is like a creature, and it's like a cookie monster, but it feeds on your mental activity, it feeds on your memories. And so the more you give it to it, the more is growing, and is not allowing you to, it's almost like have a chain, and is not allowing you to completely go towards this beautiful new beginnings, towards the future, towards having a good relationships, especially if the past had some volatility to it, something that maybe relationships were explosive, they were maybe very passionate, but they were just toxic, they were unstable. And maybe you wanted to have maybe somebody particular from your past, and you were not able to get that person, or you were not able to completely move forward, need a release, and there was this weird wobbly feeling. But now I feel like it's done. You have learned a big lesson here, because with Capricorn it's always a lesson for a lifetime, something that will be very beneficial for you in the long term. And you just need to see that why it happened, and that it's an amazing thing that it happened, because now you will able to concentrate, keep your focus on the positive, on this milk and honey, on all of this beautiful stuff that you really want, that you have been observing from a distance for such a long time. But now it is time for you to have it, and you know how to get it. You know how to now attract into your life, because you focus now on this good stuff, on people who treat you fairly, on people who want to have stability with you, on people who want to help you, on people who, you know, want to care for you and be with you. And just this is the people who, or the situations what you will attract, because you focus on it now. And what you used to focus on, that's what you're releasing, and this is why you don't attract it anymore. And I feel like this was a big long lesson. It did not take like 1 week. It's not one of those ones. This is a very lengthy one, I'm feeling, because transformation always takes time. But I'm seeing that your relationships are going to be now improving, and I think that you have becoming really good at manifesting the type of relationships you want. Like I said, friendships, you know, how relationships with other people, romantic relationships especially as well. And also be bold and be brave and take a risk and just go now after this. It's almost like you pass the exams, and now you can go and apply this in real life. That's what I'm sensing here. So now you're ready to take this manifestation skills into the real life and apply it and see what you can bring into your life, all of these goodies you can bring into your life, because now you learned what you can focus on, and what you focus on is what you get. So this is the message. And also, by the way, just see, is because there's so many changes happen now, you know, sometimes before I just saw this card and it came true that sometimes it's hard for us to accept that everything changed, and that we have changed as well, and that people changed and situations changed. But it is saying to you that that this is a beautiful change, that embrace it, see that if you will reflect on it, you will see how good it actually is that it happened, that it was the most amazing blessing that you could have ever had. So this is what I have for you, the message. I hope you enjoyed it, and if it did resonate, please leave a comment. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye. Hello, option number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what universe has for you, what message, important message universe has got for you. So the first thing that is really I need to tell you is that you're right now in a karmic cycle. So we have a karma card, and it is saying that it's very important right now what you do. If you how would I say it, it could be something to do with your family. So I know it's a timeless reading, but if you come in here when I release the video, then it's most likely that you could be stay at home with your parents, with your family members, with, you know, somebody who you live with, because we have the 4th house. And so you have some karma to rework right now. And it is saying to you that use your mind wisely and think before you say anything. This is what it's like. It's something that you have to go through right now. Of not, I'm coming to my mind with all of these cards is like sweet white lies. They're innocent, but for the sake of peace, for the sake of harmony, for the sake of love, for the sake of just this whole thing, it's just not everything needs to be said, not everything needs to be revealed, not everything not everything needs to be revealed. It's like some things have to stay hidden, some things have to be said, unsaid, right? And that I think that what I'm saying is that you, if that is the situation, because I see here two scenarios, so this is the first scenario, is that this is your the karma, right, the wheel, and you need to change your it's like shape, right? It's like the cloud, it can shape itself in different animals or creatures, whatever, right? Whatever shape you can see in clouds. So that's what is asked, I guess, from you, is that if you are in a position where you are being challenged, your mission here is to bring harmony. So maybe music is something that can help you during this time. It's asking you to have a wider perspective, and once again, think before you say something, and don't reveal everything. Not everything needs to be said, not everything that you think, and that you can heal some sort of a karmic wound in the family, or you're doing it already. It's almost like you are this person who can heal. Yes, so there is maybe karmic cycle that's been going on in your family for a long time, and now I feel like you could be this missing ingredient, right? You could be the one who can break this karmic cycle, and by doing, and what is I feel is asked from you is that when everything is really emotionally charged up, that you don't need to reveal everything that's on your mind. And maybe that will be difficult for some, but I feel like that is the way that you would break this karmic cycle, is by not saying everything, by going towards love, going towards harmony, trying to heal one another. Maybe if you play music in the house, maybe that will help once again. And just know that that's how, especially if somebody would trigger you, okay, because here's a lot of healing happening in here, and the way you can have your power back is by not reacting, okay? So that's also can be a message for somebody. And you're doing it already, and I think right now you could be tested in this, like this is where the actual test is going to be. So maybe you've been doing it already, but now you've really been put into it, like that's it, you either make it or break it, right? So this is the moment I'm feeling. And I feel like you are absolutely, this is a birthing of new age, so this is changing your family karma, changing for forever. It will never be the same, and that's a lot to do with you, how you will respond. And it's interesting because you will say, well, you always have to speak the truth, but here is not, it's not that you lie. That's not what it's saying. It's just saying don't say everything that you think, don't reveal everything that you think. Use your mind wisely, don't get triggered. Come with love, come with compassion, come with music, with harmony. Don't react, don't say, just avoid certain conversations. This is what is really prominent in here, and have a higher perspective. And as you do that, then something clicks, and this karma cycle is broken, and it will be different. Your whole dynamic of family will be different afterwards. So it's not just now for the sake of now, this is just for the future, this is for the rest of your life, this is for rest of your future lives, so that you will not have to repeat the same lesson again in your future lives. That's what I'm sensing here. So this is this passage you need to go through, and just know that no experience is ever wasted. So which means that no experience or no situation is just for the sake of just whatever. It always has got a point, and it's always karma has got attached to it. And I guess we just need to recognize what we need to do in that moment to break the cycle. Sometimes it's difficult because especially when the emotions are really running high, it's really difficult to see with your head, and that's what is asking you. I see this is not something that you emotionally would just do what you feel like. This is more about thinking results. What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do that? So this is for somebody who is dealing with a family dynamic and it's been challenging or emotionally really charged up. Then harmony, and you have the ability to calm everybody and everything down and bring love, peace and harmony into the situation and breaking the cycle and heal. Okay, and the way you heal is by, like I said, avoiding certain conversation, not revealing everything and things like that. The second group, I see that this is something to do with your creativity, something that you want to create, and something to do. There is a dream that you have, and something that maybe you love very, very much. But it could be that your karma is that you need to do it, and maybe with these cards here is that you are telling yourself why you can't do it. It's like lying to yourself. I can't do this because I don't have this, or I can't do this because of that, or it's a wrong time, whatever that is. There is some sort of a self-denial, and I think that this is the karma for you, is that you can think of how to do it, of how to stop feeding, or maybe it's your family who is not supporting you on this project, or this what you would like to do. Maybe you want to do music and your family says no, music is not going to pay well because we have money here, right? For example, and then you'll be like, well, my family said I can't do it, so I'm probably not gonna do it, even though I'm dreaming about it. So it could be, that could be your karma, is that you would have to still go after what you dream actually about, and have a perspective of why this is all happening and how to find the ways of doing it, and that there is a point in that. It's very important, and I do see that there is a lot of beautiful harmonious energy surrounding you. So you're doing things already. So just think of it this way: whatever you do, you're doing it right. I think there's just a lot of maybe mental conflicts for some. Okay, for some I feel like if you actually have been biting you, now this is the different one. If you have been biting your tongue forever, you have never ever said anything, that is another part of a different karma. So I guess you have to think where you're coming from. Okay, what is the foundation? Have you been always revealing everything? Then the karma would be now not to reveal what you think. If you always been biting your tongue and just allowing, especially when it comes to the family members, or allowing, them to have an opinion and not really considering yours, then this is the karma for you time to reveal it. But you can do it everything in a harmonious way, because it doesn't have to be volcano. It doesn't have to be disruptive. It's just not reactive. I guess that's what it is. And just know that the situation will be speeding up. I guess it will be going quite fast, but there is a certain way it will play out. So maybe you will not even have an option too much how the situation will unfold itself until one certain moment, because the karma is at play, which means that the situation is preset. You can't change how it have to be, but that one moment where you have a decision to make, that is the moment that you either make or break the karma, right? So everything is preset, and how you respond to it is what will be. But as long as you follow love and harmony, and that will be the way forward. So that is what will definitely guide you towards the right place. And just your mind is a tool for you to get what your heart wants. Okay, so it's not the other way around. Usually it's not that, I will force my heart to love what my mind wants, or yeah, something like that. No, it's our hearts, what you truly desire, and finding out actually what it actually is, and going for it, and using your mind of getting it. And maybe you need to get some stability, you know, to stabilize the situation. But I do see for some of you there is a lot of healing, and maybe it is a project or creativity of something that you're dreaming about. There's a lot of dreaminess in this. Maybe you're dreaming about harmony and peace and things like that. Then if that, then you are able to do that. You're able to manifest it, I guess, somehow, but you have to use your mind how to do it. So you will know what is the foundation of it. Just know that nothing is wasted, everything serves its purpose. Okay, so this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if it resonated, please leave a message in the comment below. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.